I don't think I want that. I don't know what my husband would think if I had a bunch of photos of a younger version of you all over.
I don't know how to I don't know if there's any language to describe my heartbreak right now. There may be, but...
It's called a breakup because it's broken.
Welcome back to the 4th episode now of This Is BS. I have a fantastic guest with me here today. I'm here with the one and only Quila Cervelli of RMIT. Quila, why don't you tell the great folks at home what exactly it is you do at RMIT?
Yeah, so I am the employer branding manager here at RMIT University, and our job is to tell the world, whether they're professional staff or academics, why working at RMIT is so amazing. And my role is global, so I look after the Australian campuses as well as Vietnam and Barcelona.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of good places to look
I need to go traveling.
Excellent. Well, usually we have our 10 quick-fire questions this time around, but today we're not going to do that. In fact, we're going to get straight into our This Is BS series. So for those who don't know, we take 3 really important things in your life that you think are BS, and we try to offer some real-time solutions. So, Quila, why don't we run right into it? What is your first BS today?
Great. So my first BS that I want to call out that I've seen in the smaller companies that I've worked in all the way to the largest companies in the world that I've worked in is that HR practitioners rarely get to be part of the fun employee experiences, whether that's through the piloting of new technology in recruitment, being part of some of the decision making with EVP, EVP focus groups, or even little things. Well, I think they're pretty big, but the events like the holiday parties. They're always the last ones to be able to come because they're working on cases or working with our people, which is very important work. But I think that we need to kind of just draw the line in the sand and see how we can support them better, whether that's using new technology or just figuring out new practices to manage their caseload, but to allow them to be a part of the fun stuff too. They are employees as well, and we need to focus on their experiences.
Do you think that potentially there is a stigma around the HR practitioners in that sense as well? So trying to bring them into this particular, fun stuff. Do you think there's a sort of stigma around that perhaps that people can't be potentially fun around them because they HR, or is it a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, yes, totally. But I also think that if you work for a slightly larger organization, that you don't quite know who's in HR when you're at the holiday party or things like that. And I'm also just drawing it back to my own lived experience where you could be working on a major recruitment and people-focused project, but HR is either the last to know or they're part of the journey, but they're not part of the inception, so the earlier phase of a project. And I think that that's a sorely missed area and expertise that could be driving great outcomes. So.
Cool. That's number 2. So what's your second BS today?
So my second BS is companies taking too long to try new things. And I know that there are very risk-averse companies out there. There are long governance processes that need to happen. 7 people need to sign off on an idea. I get it.
Oh.
But then sometimes you miss out on a great opportunity, not because the technology burns out and dies, but because the fun behind it does.
Wow.
And an example of that is how well Macca's did with their recruitment drive using Snapchat about 2-3 years ago. I don't know the numbers specifically, but they were one of the first companies to do it, and everyone wanted to get on top of that. Another great example is how Telstra used Periscope for their customer care. So they do these customer care videos, they'd log on live for like 30 minutes a week, and it would be frequently asked questions that were being addressed. And that significantly drove down their call volumes during that period of time. But a new technology that is literally taking over my life right now, I'm always like this, is Tik Tok. I think it's hilarious. But what we're seeing in employer branding, and what I have actually just looked at Paul Jacobs on LinkedIn, he's been doing these videos that just collate all the employer branding videos that are happening globally. They are so funny, but they show just like the really fun side of working at a company. It's not Wall Street Journal, I think it's maybe Washington Post, that just did such a funny job doing it. So Paul Jacobs on LinkedIn, I think he's got 3 YouTube videos that he's already collated. So try something different. Don't take forever before TikTok isn't cool anymore. Thank you.
as a startup who has that problem, when people go, yeah, we'll buy you two in about 6 months' time, and then something down the line happens. So I'm not gonna contest it's exactly that, because we don't. We're in the exact same boat. So especially with the tech revolution, the way it works, you usually have about maybe 1 to 2 year cycles of new technology coming through that really start to grasp. The only ones that have really stuck around long term are Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
In terms of that.